Hello everyone and welcome back to the endings video of Seiya in the Other Realm Common Route. We're going to be finishing up Seiya, going through all of his endings, starting with the... what is this one called? Godly End. So we're going to be going down the Godly End, all of the bad endings, including Common Route bad ending. I think there's one of those. And then there's a lot of strange endings. And then we're going to be doing the Heavenly End, because I find that those are always better. But we'll find out if it keeps to that or not. So this is his Godly End, and it starts right after the credits, so I'm not going to go back and redo the credits. After that, I safely reached Narimigahama Station in the Mortal Realm. Oh, she just took the train back to the Mortal Realm. I don't know if she's still spirited away, but we'll find out. Weak from hunger, I staggered home where my mother was waiting to greet me. Just like in the dream, she smiled at me through streaming tears, simply saying, "Welcome home." I had been missing for 9 days, though I figured my time in hell had been much longer. My return caused quite a bit of commotion, but my mother and sister managed to handle it. When people asked me where I was, I didn't know how to answer. However, I ended up telling my mom. Because of our interaction in the dream, she believed me and vowed to never let something like that happen again. She even had an exorcism done at a nearby shrine. Eventually, the commotion settled, and about 2 weeks passed. It looks like once she got back on the train, she just returned from being spirited away. What suits me best? I was happy to be able to choose my own path, but I was still troubled. Though I wasn't as anxious as before, I still hadn't found anything that clicked. Sitting up in front of my laptop, I let out a deep sigh.
ここ数日、あなたを観察していたのですが、甘いものに関することで探してみてはいかがです?
Is Seiya really talking to her? Because that would make me happy. I froze, not even remembering to breathe. As I slowly turned around, there he was, exactly as I imagined. Upon seeing Seiya's face, I tumbled back from my chair.
愛する夫に対して随分な反応ですね。
Husband, huh? He's already claimed her. I can't believe he said husband. That's really funny. What? Why? How? Is this some kind of dream?
現実ですよ。あなたと視線が交わせないことに耐えられず、こうして化けて出てきたのです。
In this form, what does that mean? Right, in this form.
冗談に決まっているでしょ。別れ際、あなたに霊力を与えておいたのですよ。
Yes. Oh, that final kiss at the train station. I felt something warm when we kissed, but I had no idea he did that. He said that that kiss wasn't going to have any other meaning besides just kissing her, but he gave her more power.
私特有のものですから、他の幽霊は見えないので安心してください。
With this spiritual power, I could actually see other ghosts too. He said you won't, right? You won't be able. But she's saying okay. The thought sent shivers down my spine, but I'm relieved we can meet this way. I know, right? Like, Hibiki didn't get this. Kuroha didn't get this. Senna gave her spiritual power, and then I think she gave some back because he was dying or whatever, he was disappearing. But even his spiritual power didn't allow him to see her in this world. Maybe it's just the privileges of being the Grand Warder. Hey, but I'm okay with this. She could see him even as a ghost. But I'm relieved we can meet this way. He said my life would be solitary. I never expected he'd show up like this.
そのセリフの後、あなたに寂しい思いはさせないと付け足したのを忘れたのですか?
No, you told her that she could live her life as an expression of her love to you. You never said that. I think you did mention something like that.
私のことで寂しく思い、涙するあなたを期待して待っていたのですが、一体どういうことですか? 全くその兆しがないばかりか、家族や友人と笑顔で楽しむ日々を送るとは。
Oh my goodness, don't sound so offended. She thought she would never see you. Like, why would, like, if I didn't think I'd ever see you again, I wouldn't be spending my days, like, crying. That'd be miserable. Huh?
あなたには妻としての自覚がないのですか？そのような態度ならもう離婚するしかありません。
Divorce? What is wrong with you? Wait, please. I believed in our promise to unite after death, and so I was living like you told me to, waiting for when we could be together.
なるほど。あなたの考えはわかりましたが、口だけでは信用できません。
Prove it to me. Then what should I do?
キスで互いを確かめ合い、あなたの肌のぬくもりに溺れたい所存ですが。
You're so forward, man. As he spoke, Seiya reached out his hand, but his hand simply passed through me, never touching me. I was wondering, is it because we're in the mortal realm? Is that why we can't touch? Instead of answering, Seiya heaved a deep, deep sigh. Aww, he's like, I can't kiss you.
そういうわけなので、今後私に HO の仕事がないときは、あなたのそばにいる許可を。
You're gonna have to wait a lifetime for her kiss. It's gonna be too much for him to handle. What does he mean by that? If it means being together with you, then nothing would make me happier.
やっと心に落ち着きが戻りました。では、四六時中構っていただきますね。
He's so demanding. Constant.
何ですか、その微妙な表情は。まさか面倒だと思っておいでですか？寂しさで私の魂が枯れ果ててもよいと。
Oh my goodness. No, this might be difficult. For the first time, I recognized that Seiya might be a bit clingy. I know, right? I knew he was passionate, but I didn't expect it to be like this. Perhaps he couldn't express it under those circumstances in hell. Why are you pulling out your smartphone? What are you doing?
有給の申請を提出しているのです。これまで取っていなかったものがたまりにたまっていますので。
He's taken off work so he could be with you. How much time have you saved up exactly? I wouldn't mind going on another date or something, but that might be kind of hard, seeing as he's a ghost.
そうですね。ざっと見積もっても残り1000日ほどあります。
That's really funny. 1,000 days? You want her to give you constant attention for 1,000 days? Like, how many years is that? 3, 6, 9. That's like over 3 years. 1,000.
私は大看守という立場がありますので、一度に全ては取れませんから、一月ずつ消化していくことになるでしょう。
I know, can you imagine taking off 3 years of work?
あなたが亡くなるまでを予測した上で、計算して取っていかねばなりませんね。では、早速相談しましょうか。
He's a bit overbearing right now, isn't he? So what, you're going to divide up 1,000 days by her lifetime and that's how you're going to plan your days off? That's a pretty grim topic, I know, right? By how long you're going to live.
何です？何か問題でも？
Oh my goodness. No, let's start planning.
よろしい。あなたにはパソコンがありますから、初期をお願いいたします。
Right. Though it all felt incredibly surreal, it was undoubtedly better than never being able to see each other again. He can quite be demanding, but I guess that's one of the things I adore about him. Well, as long as you adore it. And it seems he didn't realize just how lonely I was without him. Aw. But if I expressed just how lonely I was, he might think me heartless for saying so. Perhaps it's best if I just keep it simple. Seiya, I'm so happy to see you, and I still love you, just like before. Seiya looked a bit surprised, then blushed and smiled.
私はあの時以上に愛しています。あなたへの思いは募るばかりですよ。
With that, the two of us started this odd and new chapter of our lives together. As his wife, I vowed to love and accept every part of him, even his clinginess. Wait, is that supposed to be an ending? There's supposed to be a CG. What is this? Mental husband. Wait, I didn't get a CG. Hold on. That's what I thought it was, but...
あなたとの触れ合いはまだまだ先になりそうですが、見つめ合い、愛の言葉を受け止めていただけるだけで胸が高鳴ります。あなたを愛する夫として必ず幸せにします。生きている間も死後もね。愛しています。心から。
That was adorable. I loved how he said I love you. He said it formally too. But still, Godly End unlocks the CG. I'm so confused. Wait. Yeah, mental husband. I am so confused. Did I somehow skip it? I don't think I did. Photos. Seiya. So tall, isn't he? Is this supposed to be the Godly End CG? I'm guessing it is. But still, maybe I got ahead of myself. Don't open the door. Unlocks the CG. Okay, I guess we're not getting an actual CG for that one, but we'll get one in the Heavenly End. That's fine. Still have a CG for this episode. Alright, so now we're going to continue. Save file 3, classroom. Does this still say as chapter? Okay, where should we go? We're gonna go to the classroom. So we're possessed by Reika right now, and we're gonna take her to the classroom. If I visit the classroom, I might be able to run into Karakara and Mary. They mentioned that they'd help me if I ran into them again. I took a small breath, trying not to reveal my plan, and tried to calm my racing heart. We might find them if we head to the same classroom, though I guess Mary's not really a school ghost, more like an urban legend.
都市伝説もしかして都市伝説に出てくる怪異に会ったことがあるの
Yeah, it's right here actually. In one of the school's classrooms, I met Mary. All of the rumors about him are a little creepy, but he's actually very kind. Suddenly a chill ran through me. What? What's this?
へえ親切にね
Yeah, because she knows who Mary is. Yeah, he gave me some advice, and I felt as if a strange darkness was surrounding me, consuming me, choking my words.
助言をくれて他には何をされたの
Reika?
ねえこの手は彼に触れたこの目は彼を見つめた彼は微笑みかけてたのかなこの髪の毛を指で裂いて頭を優しくポンポンしてくれたあの腕に強く抱かれた
You're imagine, it's like she met him once. Let her thoughts get away.
この体のどこかに触れられたねえどうなのねえねえ
I couldn't make a sound. Try as I might, not even a gasp escaped me.
いけないダメねこの体は捨てるつもりだったのに私のものにしないと
It's getting worse. My heart, no, my soul felt as though it was being smothered. I felt as though I was losing my grip on reality. Stop! Don't come in. Hatred, envy, jealousy. Dark emotions invaded my heart, pushing and overwhelming my consciousness.
ての体験を彼と共有したいの。だから、ちょうだい。
I guess she took over Misa so she could be closer to Koyo, collector. I guess she realized that she would never get close to him as Reika, so now she's like, Misa's body is mine. Now he will talk to me. Although, after like a few conversations, I'm sure he would figure it out. Load to save file 5 to steal my will to live. Okay, so 5, steal my will to live. That's what Manami wants, which is wrong. So, he wants to steal my will to live. Robbing me of someone dear, leaving me feeling guilty with nowhere to run. Is Manami trying to sap my will to live? That seemed to be the logical conclusion. Even if I succeeded in repelling Manami now, he might keep targeting me in the future. And next time, it won't be just my mother, but my sister. Even Sayaka could be a danger. I have to put it into this, no matter what.
Misa-san, どうしたのですか?
The question that she was answering was something Seiya asked. Sorry, just lost in thought.
不安だとは思いますが、きちんと対抗策はありますから。
Really? Seiya gazed intently at me before taking a small key out of his pocket and unlocking a nearby desk drawer. From inside, he drew a small, gleaming silver gun. With a heavy clank, he placed the gun on top of the desk. Is that the same gun you used on Reika? In response, he nodded.
これは HO で使用している特別な銃で、罪人が脱走した際には、これで粛清することになっています。
The damned who escape? Does that mean Manami's damned?
本来は悪魔を撃つものではありませんが、南程度の小物なら、あるいは効果があるかもしれません。
Well, there you go. So, it's a gun capable of killing Manami.
ええ。万一の事態に陥れば、これを使用することも辞さない覚悟です。
I don't know how far this is into the story. I don't know if he's told her about the way... I don't know if he's told her about exorcising her mom. I don't think he has, but... It looks like he's planning on doing this instead of the exorcism. I didn't know we had something like this. Relieved, I let out a long sigh. If we use this to kill Manami, then everyone will be safe. Just then we heard a knock on the door and it immediately opened.
すみません、せいやさん。一つだけお願いしたいことがあって。
They glared at the staff member who shrank back in response but didn't leave.
すみません、お願いします。
Say it's fine, I'll be okay. You should go.
すみません。すぐに戻ります。
Glare. How dare you interrupt? With that, Seiya left the room with the staff member. Left alone, my gaze settled on the gun. Its silver color cast an eerie glow. Seeing as it was usually locked away, this might be my only chance to take it. Manami, or rather that demon, can't just be repelled or reprimanded. Can't believe she called him that demon. He's been after my soul for years. He's just going to keep coming after me. This wasn't the right course of action. The calmer part of my mind screamed so, but I knew it was too late to back down now. If it's to protect my family, I'll do anything. Do you want to take it and leave? Oh my goodness. Rushing to leave before Seiya returned, I left the room and quickly slipped back into the alleys. Slipped into the back alleys. After wandering for some time, I finally found you, Manami.
呼び捨てされるなんて相当俺に対してイライラしているみたいだね。
I mean, she's called you Manami several times. You must have realized I'd come here. You can read my thoughts, right?
言ったじゃない。聖夜のことを思うお前の気持ちは気持ちが悪くて仕方ないって。
That's right. He can read her thoughts, for her thoughts are consumed with her love for Seiya. He's so infuriating. Then my vision clouded. How could I not have seen it, that wicked smile? How could I have ever believed that there was humanity left in Manami?
もうお前を監視せずとも魂をもらう方法は見つけてあるから。
The moment I saw his vile face, a grin, rage boiled over in my head. You're planning on killing my mother, aren't you? Well, I won't let you. I quickly pulled the gun out I had concealed under my robe, aimed at him, and fired. In a flash, the scene transformed. Nami's face twisted in agony and he fell to the ground.
お前、やってくれたな。
I really did. She's laughing. Oh my goodness, she's gonna turn into a wraith. I heard rushed footsteps approach and in a daze turned to see Seiya approaching. His eyes widened at the sight of the fading demon's body, then his gaze shifted to me. This settles everything, right? He's not happy. I did the right thing, didn't I? I protected my family.
そうですね。これがあなたのすべきことだったのでしょう。
Is she gonna go to hell for this? His affirmation brought me relief. I feel stronger, like there's nothing that can scare me anymore. My heart is clear, now I can return home. I beamed with joy, but Seiya's face was gray, filling me with unease. Afterward, I accompanied Seiya to the station. I feel like he's going to have to lock her away. Oh, he's okay, that station. For some reason I thought H.O. However, my train was nowhere in sight. Could it be delayed, I wonder? He knows something. It will come, won't it? I mean, I did what the god wanted me to do. I killed that evil demon.
神のお考えは私たちには分かりかねますから。
Even as Seiya had to get back to his duties, I waited, hour after hour, yet the train never arrived. Hey God, why? You sent me here to grow stronger, right? I've become strong. I'm not afraid of anything. My heart is so strong, I feel numb. Why? Is that how it's going to end? There's no conclusion after that? Incubus Slayer. There's no conclusion after that? Well, I guess Seiya got what he wanted, right? She's going to stay there forever and she's going to die because of the air down there, and then she's a ghost. Living in hell with him forever. Happy, not happy ending? I don't know. Anyway, continue. Okay, now we're going to go to save file 6. Which is, open the door. We're going to open the door, but now he's going to kill us. It's going to be game over. What should I do? Open the door. I'm fine. Sorry, I'll open it right away. Please wait one moment. I was worried the guard would tell Seiya that I wasn't feeling well. Then he would rush back instead of exercising my mom. After unlocking the remaining locks, I opened the door and...
神からお前を守りに来てあげたよ。うつしおに帰らないようにね。
I made a terrible mistake. I have to get the gun. But as I moved, Minami grabbed my arm. The Khalifa flower I had in my pocket should have sent a spark through him. It should have given me a moment to pull the gun from my pocket, but Minami never let go of my arm.
お前の魂をもらうためなら何があっても離さない。
The person in front of me was not the Minami I once knew. What should I do? A rich, sweet scent tickled my nose.
次は夢の中で会おう。お前の精神を崩壊させてあげる。
After that, when I fell into his dream, I was filled with regret. A mental torture so severe awaited me, I lost all will to live. Hey, she was right in the last one then, right? Destroy her will to live. Had I known it would end up like this, I never would have tried so hard. Aw, I should have just given up. Well, that one was short. Incubus, an Incubus Slayer. And then we're going to go to save file 1 in the beginning, which I remember not having that option, so I'm not actually sure if it's going to work. So this one, the burden of surviving hell, there's supposed to be burden of enduring Minami, but have that. So let me just pause it for a moment. I want to go through the common route again, taking all the choices that leads to this and see what happens. Okay, I am back, and I don't know what I did along the way, but I got it to the pop-up this time. So it's the burden, like it's not even red even. So we're gonna do the burden of handling Manami. I think I missed his sanity up somewhere. I wonder if Manami is my burden. Manami was trying to take my soul. He knew about the god that stalked me too. Maybe he really was my burden. I can't say for sure though, because my impression of Manami has been changing recently. I'd seen signs that he wasn't evil. In reality, he seemed to care about me, unlike his intimidating presence in dreams. If he's my burden, I must confront the wicked Manami who appears in my dreams. If I sleep, I'll see him there for sure. The Khalifa tree's presence made even the air in hell seem sweet. Just looking at it gave me peace. Maybe sleeping here will lessen Manami's evil power in my dreams. Hoping his evil nature would appear subdued by the air of the Khalifa tree, I closed my eyes and drifted off to sleep. What's gonna happen? As I fell into darkness, Manami's voice echoed in my mind.
お前から会いに来てくれるなんてこんなに嬉しいことはない。俺に身も心も委ねる日もそう遠くはなさそうだね。
His presence feels less painful now. Yet the dream Manami still had an ominous aura about him, and I immediately wanted to wake up. Why do you seem so dark in my dreams?
当たり前だ。悪魔なんだからな。
That's not it. The real you is kinder.
何を言ってる?
Not the you in my dreams, the real you. The one I actually talk with. He's much kinder than you think he is. He paused, something in him wavering.
目ざとい。どうしてお前にはわかるのかな。いや、お前だからこそわかるのか。
He seemed to be talking to himself, and I got the sense his words weren't meant for me.
でも、だからこそ俺は、お前の魂を奪わないといけない。俺が悪魔であるために。
He's talking so low that I don't even hardly recognize Yang's voice in it. What does that mean?
今回は、もういい。
Leaving my questions unanswered, he vanished from my dream. Does Manami have two sides to him? I think he does, because Seiya said he's battling something within him. So I think, like, Manami's there, but he has, like, a darker evil or demon inside of him. I felt my consciousness floating as if being pulled back to reality. I get the feeling I didn't sleep for very long. I thought back on my conversation with Manami. In my dream, I had been so focused on enduring his presence, I wasn't thinking straight. But something's off. Manami said he needed my soul to stay a demon. Does that mean without my soul he's not one? Is he not fully a demon? Is something about his transformation incomplete? Maybe he's not actually a demon. I feel like that makes sense actually. He's done things I disliked, and I'd seen him be kind to me as well. He was complex. There's still so much I need to learn about him, but I feel like I'm starting to understand Manami more than before. Oh, really? Got some insight going into his route. I'm not, it goes into chapter 5. I'm not sure how long I have to read to get the ending. I guess I'll just keep reading until something happens. A little time has passed since we watched Reika board the train. Okay, I skipped ahead with the red to see how far we were, and we weren't very far. For a while, I continued my research within the safety of the walls of HO, but in the end, I was able to find any new clues, so I headed to the HO courtyard to relax. I sat on a bench near the Khalifa tree and let the soft breeze caress my cheek. If this keeps up, will I really be okay? Mom, sis, they must be so worried about me. And Sayaka, how's she holding up, I wonder? What will happen when I return? I've been missing for so long. I bet everyone will be pretty upset, huh? Not to mention once I get back, I'll have to start thinking about my future again. My future. I felt my chest thump with anxiety and my breathing grow strained. Once I get back home, I'll have to worry about this all again. Once I get home, I'll have to worry about all of this again. I thought being in hell was tough, but nothing was going to change when I got back. Whether here in hell or back home in the mortal realm, that hardship would continue. I let out a heavy sigh. I didn't want to think about anything, I just wanted to rest. Maybe I'll sleep a little. I don't even care if Manami shows up. The nightmares with Manami's ominous aura were torturous to me, but at least that place wasn't hell, and it wasn't the mortal realm either. It was a dream, a place of freedom. I sensed the ending coming on. In the dream, there was no stress. No, just Manami consuming you. I don't want to think anymore. My consciousness faded into the darkness. Is this dream right? I found myself standing in darkness. Manami isn't here, so is this just me in the dream? I looked around. Oh. I see different images. I see the school, I see her house, I see the beach, and the cafe that Seiya was dreaming about, giving her 5 or 50 pastries in. In previously dark spaces, various scenes floated into view. What? Oh. Guess I should have just waited a second. Upon closer inspection, I found the scenes were of familiar people and places. Tentatively, I reached out. The moment my fingers touched one, the colors exploded before my eyes. In response, I inadvertently shut my eyes. What is this? It's so creepy. Please, I have to wake up soon. Huh? This is... The previous strange world was gone, replaced with my living room. Did I make it back to the mortal realm? That seemed impossible. But a sense of joy bubbled up from deep within me.
ちょっとミサ、聞いているの？
Mom. I hadn't been in hell for very long, yet it felt as though I hadn't seen my mom in decades. Mom,
進路のプリントのこと、どうして黙っていたの？
In an instant, my blood froze. My mom's piercing gaze felt like it was splitting me in two.
まったくどういうつもり？あなたの人生はあなただけのものではないのよ。
Uh-oh, she's in a nightmare. I hated hearing those words from my mother.
きちんとしてくれないと困るわ。私の言う通りにしていなさいね。あなたの将来は私のためにあるのよ。
No, that's not my mom. No, no, no. Run away. My feet began to move on their own. I have to get out of here. Then in the next moment... Wow, she's in the shopping mall now. What's happening? This is the station, the shopping mall. Wasn't I just home?
ねえ、あんた人生なめてるでしょ。
My older sister appeared suddenly, glaring at me with displeasure.
私は何でも自分で決めて自分の道を進んできたってのに。それに比べてあんたはダメすぎ。
Why? Why would you say that? Her searing words hurt me. I'd never heard my sister sound so harsh.
自分のことも決められないなんて。そりゃ母さんも怒鳴りたくなるよ。しっかりしろって。
No, this isn't real. This is all a dream. Just a dream. Oh my goodness.
へえ、ミサ、まだ決めてなかったんだ。大丈夫なの？出遅れも出遅れじゃん。これじゃ卒業後どころか人生全く安心できないね。
No. Everyone, please stop. Why are you being so cruel to me? Stop blaming me. Stop pressuring me. I can't take it anymore. If this is my reality, then...
いらない。そうだろ。
Oh. Nami. Back in a familiar dark place, Manami's voice echoed in my ears. Thank goodness. It was just a nightmare, but it wasn't really, was it?
今はね。でも、いずれは現実になる。お前がいつまでもそんなことではね。
It'll be fine. If I do my best, it won't turn out like this, becoming like this.
できるのか？今まで逃げてばかりいた。お前が？
I had no reply. He was right.
安心しろ。俺ならお前の悩みを消してやれる。ただし。
A soul pact. He smirked. What will become of me if I give you my soul?
悩みから解放される。
Selling my soul to him, a demon, that's crazy. And yet his offer tempted me. I don't want this stress anymore. I wanted to escape hell to go home, but that's not possible. Even if I returned to the mortal realm, a dark future was all that awaited. Then I will give you my soul. So hurry, free me from this nightmare, from this reality.
いいだろう。契約成立だ。
I heard something snap, a dry cracking noise.
お前をすべてから解放し無にしてあげよう。おやすみ、ミサ。
I feel him entering me, so I am... I don't think that's a word. Ending, it's all just blanks. That's what it said in the walkthrough as well, and I'm like, is that really what it's called? Yes, blank. She can't think for herself anymore. Alright, so the one I've been looking for, I hope it lives up. We're gonna go to save file 4. In hell, probably nothing. I'm gonna go here. Gonna go to the heavenly end. Okay, so something Manami could get me to trade my soul for. In hell, probably nothing. We're not gonna glance at Seiya this time. It's not that there's nothing important to me, but I didn't exactly bring much with me when I came to hell.
ああ、あなたは気づいていませんでしたか？これまでの会話の中で。南は人の姿を保てている悪魔ですから、うつしおで人間に紛れて悪事を働けるのです。
What? Seriously? Okay, we've already read all this, so let's jump to the next one. Alright, so he wants to help her, right? Yeah, he wants her to rely on him. So we said let's do this to give him encouragement, but now we're going to say thank you. Thank you for thinking all of this through, for taking time off work for me. I know I fully couldn't express my gratitude, but it seemed better than to say them than not.
私がしたくてしているのですから、お礼などいりません。
It was typical of Seiya to be so direct, but his characteristically blunt response made me smile. Even so, I still want to thank you. So I'll say it as often as I need to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty sure I read all this too.
それでは、ありがたく受け取っておきましょう。そうしなければ、あなたの感謝はやみそうにないですから。
Yep. Alright, so we're going to jump to the next one. And we're going to say he wants to exchange my soul for my mother's. We don't want to part with Seiya, even though we're glad we have met him. So it skipped to this whenever I hit the skip button. She was talking about Manami still coming after her after she exorcised her mom. And he was like, remember there's a god watching out for you, so there's no way the god's just gonna let you go. Manami's not gonna be able to touch you. And she says, with my lingering questions answered, I stared directly back at Seiya. I think I'm okay now. You addressed all of my concerns. I spoke with certainty, yes, I sensed a fleeting shadow pass over Seiya's face. This is where she opened up to him and talked about her career path survey, which I have a feeling she's not going to do in this one.
では、あなたに霊力を与えましょう。
Yeah, she's totally skipped all of that. Oh, right. Oh, he told her this time. Oh, last time when he kissed her, he didn't tell her that he was giving her power. He just let her get all caught up in the moment. Oh, right. I got so caught up thinking about making the holy water, I completely forgot. How will you do it?
口移しで行います。つまり、キスをすることで力を与えるのです。
Excuse me? Oh, I like the moment where she just confessed. She didn't even confess to him. Wait, whenever she talked about the survey, she also confessed to him. Oh my goodness. They let go of my hand and gently lifted my chin. You're serious? This wasn't a joke? Isn't there some other way?
嫌なのですか?
It's not that I'm entirely opposed, but after all, I cared for him deeply. The idea of kissing him wasn't something I was against, but I'm not against it. It's just, it feels strange kissing him like this. Despite feeling unsettled, I knew there was no point in voicing my concern. We had to do this, and besides, Seiya was willing to give up part of his soul for me. I'm sorry, it's nothing. Please go ahead. It's so unromantic. I was so caught up in the confession too and with the kiss, and this just seems like it's duty rather than work.
力を与えるためではありますが、私の思いも乗せましょう。
He's still gonna give her a passionate kiss though. Even though I'm just giving you powers, I'm really gonna show you how I feel. Hearing his words made my heart skip a beat and his face drew near. Oh. It's a different CG. Oh my goodness, there's no tongue involved. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe how different it is. Never mind, you know what? As our cold lips met, a shiver ran through my heart. Was this sensation linked to the spiritual power he was giving me or something else? I love you, Seiya. He's actually, aww. At least she still understands it. Though I left the words unspoken, I tried to convey them with this kiss. I couldn't be sure if the words reached him, but yet I felt as though his emotions were being conveyed to me. I'll keep this kiss forever in my heart. Though it was done under the pretense of him sharing his spiritual power with me, I knew it was filled with our affection for one another. Aww. As our lips parted, we looked deeply into each other's eyes.
あなたの思いも伝わってきましたよ。
And yours reached me, Seiya. Without even saying the word love, our hearts were perfectly aligned. Realizing our feelings were mutual only made the thought of parting harder. But we have other matters to think about right now. You gave me some of your power, right? Are you sure that's okay? This is where his chapters are going to be completely different from now on.
ご心配には及びません。言ったでしょ。与えるのはわずかだと。
His reassuring smile eased my concerns a bit. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
それよりも、余韻に浸ってもよろしいですか?
As he spoke, Seiya took my hand and held it firmly.
あなたとの2度目のキスが唇に残っていて、頭から離れないのですよ。
Oh, he's so adorable. The memory of the kiss suddenly came back to me, making my heart race. Even though it was for transferring power, it felt so different. The warmth and joy of sharing those feelings together was incredibly comforting. For a moment, we let the sweetness of the kiss linger a little longer. Oh, I don't want to go just yet. I want to stay in the moment. Can I skip? Okay. Alright, we're gonna skip until the door. Alright. Don't open the door. Wait, okay. Let's see, we're gonna skip again. We're gonna skip all the way to the theme song. Okay, there's some unread content here. We're in her dream still. What should I do? I don't think she's gonna reach her mom, is she? I was at a loss for words, unsure of how to reconnect with her to bring her back to reality. Mom, Swayed by the deceitful whispers of Minami, my mom believed I had fled home because I was stressed about my future. It's not your fault, Mom. The reason I haven't been able to come back is something entirely different. Despite my efforts to explain, my mother remained unresponsive. Uh-oh. Then a familiar alarm sounded in the distance. My mom's silhouette started to fade. Is it time for my mom to wake up? With my mom in this state, it was likely Minami will visit her dreams again tomorrow. But I don't feel like I've grown any stronger. I don't feel like I did anything to help save her. I feel like I won't be able to return if I wake up now. I decided to stay in my mom's dreams voluntarily, standing guard to ensure Minami wouldn't attack her again. Then, on the third day within the dream, I encountered someone I never expected to see. Who is it? Seiya, what are you doing here?
あなたが気になってお母様の夢に入ったのですが。
I know, right? Like, she stayed asleep for 1 day after she left her mom's dream, and now it's been 3. Confused by everything, I felt a wave of exhaustion rush over me. Then Seiya gently stroked my head.
人の夢に入った者は、その反動で1日ほど眠り続けるそうなのですが、あなたは今日も目覚めないままで、反動だと思い込み、あなたの状況をきちんと把握せず、放置した私の失態です。
Seiya's pained expression and his alarming tone filled me with unease. Overwhelmed with anxiety, I found myself unable to speak and could only gaze at him.
あなたの呼吸は、もう間もなく停止するでしょう。電車も未だホームに来ておりません。
I lingered here too long, so this is how I die. Inside I felt not only the shock but also a sense of relief. My tired heart would finally find a peace. Then I guess Minami won't be able to hurt my mom anymore. After all, he wanted a soul that was still alive, right, Seiya? I grabbed onto him, tilting my head as I did. Seiya looked at me, initially shocked, but then he sighed and nodded. If I was going to die soon, then when I woke up, I'd be gone. In that case, can I see my mom one last time? There's still something I want to tell her. I wanted to leave her with kind words to ease her pain.
ええ、問題ありません。あなたのお母様の意識はあちらです。
He pointed and I noticed a space that seemed distorted as if the background was cut out. I bowed to Seiya and began walking towards her. Mom stood dazed alone in my room without me. Mom. She didn't turn around when I called. But when I took her hand, she just slumped down defeated. Mom, listen, it's not your fault I'm gone. I repeated those words over and over. Yet Mom showed no reaction. It was hard, but I had to tell her I wouldn't be coming home. Mom, I've gone to be with Dad. At those words, Mom's body jolted and she finally turned to face me.
私のせいで。
No, it's absolutely not your fault. I was taken by a stranger. I bent to the truth, crafting a story to keep my mom from worrying. I have fought hard to come back, but in the end I was killed. But I wanted to see you one last time. At last my mom's gaze fixed on me. Her face was streaked with tears, but her eyes were lucid, no longer lost. That, at least, was a consolation. But I want you to know I didn't suffer. There was no pain or anything like that. I think Dad must have protected me.
あの人が
Yeah, he did. I mean, you knew how he was. He never let anything happen to us.
私もそっちへ。
You can't do that. Dad and I would never forgive you if you take your own life. We'll watch over you, both you and Tsubasa too. You have to live for our sakes. The thing we want more than anything is for both you and Sis to be happy. Don't forget that, okay? If you both keep smiling, we'll be able to be at peace and watch over you. My mom cried for a while after that, not able to say anything.
わかったわ。
At her words, I smiled and gently hugged my mom. Even in a dream, I could smell her, and tears began to well up in my eyes. I can't let her see me cry.
ねえ、一つだけ教えて。あなたは幸せだった？
I felt the strength in my mom's arms as she embraced me. Of course, I loved being your daughter. My voice laced with tears as I spoke, and I felt her hug me even tighter.
そう。ありがとう、ミサ。
Oh, she smiled at the end. And so I somehow managed to bring my mom back to herself, and I was able to see her smile one last time. Though the outcome wasn't what I'd hoped for, I'd brought her back, and that was enough for me. And now we get to go be with Seiya. When I awoke, I was enveloped with a multitude of Khalifa petals so much they nearly suffocated me. They apparently tried to keep me alive for as long as possible. But my body was later buried in a large field at the HO. Seiya suggested returning my body to my family in the mortal realm, but I wanted to leave things as they were in the dream. I didn't want to cause my mother any more trauma than I already had. As for me, dressed in my new uniform, I stood upright. Oh my goodness, she works there now. This was the beginning of my journey as a departed soul.
本当によろしいのですか？成仏して天上へ向かう道もあるのですよ。
Oh yeah, we never want to leave you, Seiya. No, I want to work with you at HO, Seiya. I didn't realize it when I was alive, but I want to become someone who can save people. Just like my father was. I still felt guilty for leaving my mother. I knew that guilt could only fade if I could become someone she's proud of. By your side, Seiya, I'm sure I can become that person. After all, you're someone that I really respect. Even as I spoke these words with a smile, Seiya's face remained somber. Since I passed away, he had become withdrawn, speaking far less than he used to. Aww, that's so sad. Yeah, she's died, but I mean, you mentioned it once that you wanted her to stay, so I was always left wondering what I could say to him. If I could have returned to the living world, perhaps Seiya could have forgiven himself. No, I can't let myself down too. I'd definitely bring back Seiya's smile for that reason. There's one more goal that I have. I want to be by your side, Seiya, to help you learn to forgive yourself.
まったく、あなたという人は。
Seiya sighed, and for the first time in a long time, he smiled.
あなたとこういう形で共にあるのは、私の望むところではありませんでした。ですが、いつまでも鬱屈とした気持ちでいれば、あなたを愛した日々さえも枯れていってしまう。
He gently touched my cheek with his hand. His look was tender, making my heart skip a beat. Little by little, he'll get back to his old self. I kept my smile and held his hand firmly. Loved? Past tense? Does that mean you don't love me now? Seiya's eyes widened, and then with a burst of laughter.
そうきましたか。これはうっかりしていました。
I thought he was referring to like all of his past memories of, you know, like praying for her and kissing her and stuff like that.
あなたへの思いはこの先も変わりません。絶え間なく愛を注いでいきます。
I hope so, and I promise to shower you with love too, Seiya. Though one life had ended, I was still able to lead a life I wanted. If I was by his side, I could overcome anything, even hell, with a smile. With new goals in my heart, another life began for me under the eerie red moon.
忘らぬように名前を呼んだ言えない本音を隠したまま君を背にした帰り道子を殺して泣いていたことにはならすぎてた傷ついてたなら忘れてそれが大人になることだと自分に言い聞かせて叶うなら君と出会う前に戻りたい依存した私は冷えた体温めて忘れぬように名前を呼んだいない本音を消したまま君を背にした帰り道声を殺して泣いていた
I have a feeling we're not going to get a CG at this one either. Seiya's route's been weird. There was no CG after the credits for the other ending, and I have a feeling that there's not going to be one for this one either. Moral Realm, 11 p.m. Upon finishing my work, I rode the elevator to the Moral Realm and found myself at a familiar street of Narubigahama. The sea breeze feels nice. I got used to hell, but there was something about the Mortal Realm scenery that I still loved.
やはりこちらの方が時間の移り変わりを感じられていいですね。こうして夜空に浮かぶ星々を眺めていると、子供の頃を思い出します。私は青空よりも夜空を好んでいたなと。
I never knew that. Do you still feel the same?
ええ。夜は静かな気持ちになれますので、今も好んでいます。ですが、今日ほど世界がきらめいて見える夜はない。
With those words, Seiya stepped closer and embraced me. Yay, I'm proven wrong. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that outfit. She matches. Ever the romantic Seiya. Still, I love it when you talk that way.
私としては、ごくごく普通のことを言っているつもりなのですがね。
She's got the same gloves too. That's really funny. I thought it was just his personal unique gloves, but they're so adorable. We would occasionally visit the living world to enjoy quiet nights together. So we spent most of our dates in hell, and there was plenty of fun to be had there. Walking through town with a jealous Seiya could be quite the challenge. If I did so much as talk to another man, it quickly could turn into an ordeal. Oh my goodness. He was ready to confront any man who talked to me. But that was just his nature, and so we got by. We were known as a couple in the HO. We were inseparable, both at home and at work.
そうだ。休暇の申請が提出されていませんでしたよ。地獄の西の方へ旅行するのでしょ。
I just know she has a tattoo below her eye too. I didn't think that was like a brand for working in hell. Ah, I've been so busy that I totally forgot. I'll submit it as soon as we get back. I can't believe I forgot. The trip was my idea. As a new hire, I didn't have any paid vacation, but I was given special permission. I know, right? Your boyfriend is the boss. Seiya has so many vacation days stored up, the higher-ups told him to use it up.
しっかりしてください。 あなたと行く初めての旅行が仕事で潰れるなど言語道断ですよ。
I'm sorry.
もしや、あまり楽しみにされていないのですか？
Oh, he sounded so hurt.
私はあなたと温泉に浸かりながらゆっくりと互いに触れ合う時を心待ちにしているというのに。
I'm looking forward to it, but in a hot spring together, don't you think it's a little early for that?
そうして頬を染める姿を早く温泉で見たいものです。
He wants to see you in a hot spring. He wants to see you vulnerable. Seems that sharing a hot spring is a fundamental part of this trip. For Seiya, yeah, I could say, yep. Seiya seemed to be as passionate as when I was alive, actually, perhaps even more so. Honestly, I think that passion is going to take some time to get used to.
星に願いをしたら帰りましょうか。
Yes, that sounds nice. Starlight, star bright, hear the wish that I wish tonight. It's way too soon for me to share a hot springs with Seiya, so please don't let it happen. Oh, poor Misa. Like, I don't want to be in front of him in a hot spring. It's so funny.
特別な願いはなく、いつまでも変わらず、ただミサさんのそばに。
But I couldn't express my wish. Seiya boldly declared his, almost like a vow to the stars. Stars, I'd like to change my wish. Oh, really? May Seiya's dream come true. Aww. Seiya chuckled and I couldn't help but smile back. In the bizarre, shadowy world of hell, finding and falling for Seiya had changed everything for me. There were hard times and sad times, but I was undoubtedly happy. And I knew that wouldn't change either. With Seiya by my side, our joy would only grow.
さて、地獄へ帰ったら、あなたの大好きなパフェを食べに行きましょうか。
Supersized. That sounds great. I'm definitely up for a supersized one today. And so we returned to hell, home sweet home. Oh, yep, I enjoyed that much more than the other ending. Of course she's alive in the other one, but I don't know. Seiya's too needy in that one.
あなたがそばにいると仕事がはかどりません。まあ、常にそばにいられるのは幸せなことなのですがね。私の罪も、あなたの抱えるものも全てが解消されたら、私と家族になってくれませんか？返事はまだ取っておいてください。あなたが私を伴侶として選んでくださるよう、全力で愛します。
Oh, that was so sweet. Well, we're finally done with Seiya's route. I say finally, but I could just end this game and be done with it, and I would be completely happy. But anyway, we're going to be going on to Minami's route next, and that was going to be a pretty short one. It's just going to be skipping quickly through the choices in the common route and doing his first chapter. But that's going to be later. I'm going to do a couple of episodes of Cupid Parasite just to catch that up, so I can end the poll that I started and get started on the new Parasite that has been voted. I don't think that's going to change, so that's what's going to happen over on the Cupid Parasite side of things. So it might be a couple episodes before I start Minami's route, just because we're at a stopping place, so I want to go to a stopping place as well, and then we'll start new routes together. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.